Impactful message from Ferrer to Alcaraz. David Ferrer, captain of the Spanish Davis Cup team, said he is excited to compete in the final 8 of the tournament, which will take place in Bologna from November 19 to 23. In principle, he will count on Carlos Alcaraz, Jaume Munar, Pedro Martinez, and Marcel Granollers, with one more player yet to be confirmed. Being in the finals right now is something I value enormously. The top Spanish players couldn't be there in the previous tie, and those who were made a tremendous effort to get us here. I'm very happy, both as captain and for them, to experience something historic. I'm happy and excited to compete, he said. We face a very tough tie against the Czech Republic, which has 2 players inside the top 20. It will be quite balanced, we know that, but we'll be ready to compete and we'll have our chances to win, he added. Ferrer did not want to confirm whether Alejandro Davidovich Fokina, world number 18, will be that 5th player. He also expressed hope that playing in a neighboring country like Italy could be favorable for them, and that having a player like Alcaraz, loved all over the world, would be a great advantage. He wished both Alcaraz and Granollers to join the team as late as possible, as that would mean they are doing well in the ATP finals in Turin. They'll come in with match rhythm, and it's the same surface. Even if they play the final, we start on Thursday, so there will be 3 days to train and adapt. He also refused to talk about their chances. We have a very tough tie where we could play very well, at a great level, and still lose. But I think with the players we have, we'll have our chances. In the Davis Cup, it's not easy when you play for your country, it's very different from when you play a tournament for yourself. And our players have the experience to face that challenge. The competition will take place from November 18 to 23 at Bologna Fiere, on indoor hard court. The Czech team has confirmed Jiri Lehecka, Jakub Mensik, Thomas Machak, Vít Kopriva, and Adam Pavlasek. Alcaraz to lead favorite Spain in the Davis Cup after Sinner's shocking withdrawal. Carlos Alcaraz returns to the stage. The world number 1 will lead the Spanish team in the final 8 of the Davis Cup, which will be held from November 19 to 23 in Bologna, as confirmed by captain David Ferrer on Monday. His return, after missing the previous rounds, is a major morale boost for a team dreaming of the title. But that wasn't the news of the day, it was expected. In an unexpected twist, Jannik Sinner will not play for Italy in this edition, a blow that completely shakes up the competition's outlook. The hero of the last 2 editions, undefeated and decisive in both Italian victories, has decided to withdraw due to physical issues and scheduling conflicts. This now makes Spain one of the main favorites for the title, alongside Germany, led by world number 3 Alexander Zverev. Carlos Alcaraz, who missed the ties against Switzerland and Denmark, is eager to prove himself again after a remarkable season, 8 titles, including 2 Grand Slams. Ferrer talks about Alcaraz. When asked about the national team, Ferrer was clear in highlighting the figure of Carlos Alcaraz, a differential player who defines much of Spain's chances, something that also happened in the Rafa Nadal era, when Ferrer was the second sword. Now, he will have to decide who takes that role. It's always good to have the best players, and having the world number 1 is a privilege for the captain and the team, because whether you like it or not, he often guarantees you a point. As for the number 2 spot, Ferrer believes it will be contested, as there are several options, and it will depend on the player's physical condition. It's the end of the year, and some players arrive in better shape, physically and mentally, than others. That will be the deciding factor. Playing in Italy doesn't have to be a problem. Regarding playing in Italy after several years competing in Spain, where the crowd support was very noticeable, Ferrer doesn't think it will be an issue, especially in the quarterfinals against the Czech Republic, where he expects a neutral audience. That could change if they face Italy, the host team, but he doesn't think it will affect them too much. Our players have a lot of experience, and unless we play against Italy, where the crowd will obviously support them, it'll be fairly neutral. He even sees Alcaraz's presence as something that could tilt public favor toward Spain. I think people will support Spain more because Carlos Alcaraz will be there. It's no secret why we play these events. Jannik Sinner defends exhibition tournaments after winning the 6 Kings Slam. The new record Alcaraz takes from Nadal, the fortune moved by the Mercian star. Nadal held the mark, thanks to Roland Garros 2017, but it now belongs to the world number 1. Spain is a country with a great tennis tradition, but 2 names stand above the rest, Rafael Nadal and Carlos Alcaraz, master and apprentice. Nadal is the greatest athlete in Spain's history, retiring with 22 Grand Slams and countless unforgettable feats. An unmatched figure who has found the perfect heir to carry Spanish tennis to new heights. Carlos Alcaraz, the world number 1, already has 6 Grand Slam titles. The latest came this past September, when he convincingly defeated his generational rival, Jannik Sinner. The number of major titles at age 22 is astonishing, even more so compared to the big three at that age. Nadal had 5, Federer and Djokovic only 1 each. The player from El Palmar keeps smashing records, and now he's achieved a new one thanks to one of those titles. Alcaraz's new record. Carlos Alcaraz's new record is off the court, though it stems from what he's done on it. The racket he used to win his first Wimbledon title has sold for $173,000, €149,000, the highest price ever paid for a tennis racket at auction, according to TMZ. Prestige Memorabilia listed the item and verified that it was used in 10 matches, including the unforgettable final against Novak Djokovic. The Mercian lifted his first trophy at the All England club after an epic match against the Serbian. Alcaraz struggled with nerves and lost the first set 6-1, but recovered in a dramatic second set tiebreak and eventually won in the fifth, 6-4. It was his second Grand Slam, and now one of the rackets used in that historic run has reached a record-breaking value. The identity of the buyer hasn't been made public, but the racket's value could rise even higher as Alcaraz's legend grows, a legend that, at just 22 years old, only seems to have one real rival, Jannik Sinner. Nadal's record falls. The Wimbledon racket dethrones Nadal's previous records. The King of Paris held the previous mark twice. The racket he used to win Roland Garros 2017 fetched $157,000, €135,000, at auction in June 2025. Nadal dominated Wawrinka in that final without dropping a set. The third most expensive racket ever sold, until now the second, was also Nadal's, from his 2022 Australian Open victory. It sold for $139,700, €120,470. That final, against Medvedev, was one of the greatest comebacks in tennis history. Nadal came back from 2 sets down and 0-40 in the third to win 7-5 in the fifth. That Alcaraz's racket has surpassed these historic milestones only proves the meteoric rise of the Mercian star, who at just 22 has become a global icon. He'll aim to continue building his legacy at the ATP Finals and the Davis Cup before recharging for the 2026 season. Carlos Alcaraz's great advice to his younger brother, Jaime, 14, explained that the 6-time Grand Slam winner emphasizes the importance of off-court activities. While Carlos Alcaraz, world number 1, dominates the circuit alongside Jannik Sinner, another Alcaraz is emerging. It's Jaime, his younger brother, only 14 years old, currently developing as a tennis player. During a tournament, the young Mercian was asked what advice his older brother usually gives him. Jaime explained that the 6-time Grand Slam champion focuses on what happens off the court. My brother Carlos doesn't give me much advice, but when he does, it's important. He says that what you do off the court matters too, he said. If you're playing a tournament, you can't play football or do risky things, you could get injured and miss the event, he added. The Alcaraz name continues to set the pace of Spanish tennis. At 22, Carlos Alcaraz is already world number 1 and a 6-time Grand Slam winner, but the story doesn't end with him. His younger brother Jaime, just 14, is beginning to write his own chapter, and his results are already generating excitement. European U14 champion and 5th in the world with the Spanish team, the young Mercian combines talent, ambition, and maturity beyond his years. His coach, Ramona Benza, is convinced Jaime will make headlines. Jaime Alcaraz's precocious talent. Born on June 8, 2011, the same day his brother Carlos won Roland Garros, Jaime Alcaraz is growing up surrounded by inspiration and hard work. His present is promising: European U14 champion, 5th in the world with Spain's under-14 team, and semi-finalist at the Spanish Championships. He's a cheerful, attentive boy with great willingness to learn, says his coach Ramona Benza, who trains him at the Real Sociedad Club de Campo in Murcia. Jaime already competes against the best of his age internationally, standing out for his natural backhand and ambition. However, Benza preaches patience. There's only one Carlos. Jaime must enjoy tennis and follow his own path. This is a philosophy shared by his father, Carlos Alcaraz Gonzalez, coach and director of the Carlos Alcaraz Academy, who confessed that the youngster had a better backhand than his brother at that age.